Hey guys! Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make some hominy corn porridge, ROMA'S kitchen style. So stick around right after this intro.
Can't cook. Ticket you pay your pretty look. You want live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book.
So I have 1.5 cups of hominy corn here that I've been soaking overnight. I choose to soak mine overnight because it kind of helps with the cooking process because I won't be using a pressure cooker. I'm going to throw this water away. Then I'm going to add some fresh water here on my hominy corn, and my pot is over medium heat right now. Now if you have a pressure cooker, this will take less time to cook, even though mine never took more than 30 minutes to get soft. So here I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of salt. You want to add the salt from the get-go so that your corn grains won't be fresh when you're finished cooking. So next I'm going to add to this just 1 cinnamon stick, and that's to get that nice cinnamony flavor from the get-go all in the corns. And once you add that in and you stir everything together, you just want to cover your pot and leave it to cook until your grains are nice and soft. So here goes 20 minutes later. This is just smelling so much like cinnamon. I love that. And I'm just going to be testing my corn grains. Once they smash between your fingers really easily, that means they're nice and cooked. And this never took long at all because I soaked the corn overnight. And if you're using a pressure cooker, this might take even less time. So now I'm going to be flavoring the pot. I like adding to my porridges some coconut milk. All I'll be adding to this is a 1/3 cup of coconut milk. And I'm just going to allow that to cook. I'm going to mix everything around and allow the coconut milk to cook with the porridge. And you want to make sure that this coconut milk cooks really well, so you want to give that like 10 minutes. Give the coconut milk around 10 minutes to cook on medium heat. So now in order to get that white thing that you always see in your hominy corn porridge, like the body of it, I've mixed a 1/4 cup of flour with some water to get it as liquidy as possible, and I'm using here a whisk to mix everything around. You want to add the flour mixture and mix as you go along, a little at a time, because you don't want this to be lumpy. Now there are other ways of getting that body in your hominy corn porridge. Another way of doing this is by taking some of the corns and blending them, but in the future I'll be showing you another video on how I do that, on how I make my hominy corn porridge in another way. But for today's video I'm using the flour. Mixing everything around while I do that. Ensure that your pot is now over low to medium heat because you want to cook that flour and you don't want to get several lumps in this. So while that's cooking a little, I'll be adding in some other spices. I'm going in with here 1 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg. You can use ground nutmeg if that's what you have. I'm going to mix that together. Alright, that's good. So next, I tasted the pot and this needs a little more salt. So I'm going to add just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt here. And you don't have to worry about lumps right now if your pot is over low to medium heat. Next, I'm going in with some vanilla beans. If you do not have vanilla beans, you can use vanilla extract, but I just want to use some vanilla bean today. You can use about 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm going in with just a little vanilla bean there. Mixing everything together now to get that flavor nice and evenly distributed. And at this point, the flour, the coconut milk, and those spices are cooking nicely, because you don't want to have half cooked coconut milk or half cooked flour in your porridge. That won't be good, so you just give it some time, around 15 minutes in total to cook. About that time, it's now time for me to sweeten this, guys. And to start, I'm going to be using some condensed milk, and I'm going in with 2 to 3 tablespoons of condensed milk for my porridge. Now remember, this will be your porridge, so you have to sweeten according to your liking. The last one in. Now I'm just going to mix everything together. This will now look nice and creamy. And this thickness that this has right now, this is just perfect. This is how I like my porridge. Let me know in the comment section how you like your porridge as it relates to the thickness. Lovely, nice and filled with corn. I'm going to give this a taste now to see what else it needs. Alright, this is tasting good, but it needs a little more sweetening to it, so I'm going to be adding in some sugar. Now you can use brown sugar or granulated sugar. It's all up to you. I'm adding some brown sugar, just 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Going to mix that in. Lovely. I'm going to give this a taste again, and I think it needs just a little bit more sweetening, so I'm going in with another tablespoon of sugar. So in total, that's 2 tablespoons of sugar. For the sweetening, I used 2 to 3 tablespoons of condensed milk and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Mixing everything together to get that nice flavor evenly distributed, and then basically my porridge is finished. It's at the right thickness, it's filled with corn, and it's nice and spiced, nice and flavorful. And now you can just share your porridge. Let me know in the comment section what you like to have your porridge with. This is ROMA'S kitchen style hominy corn porridge. So if you like the video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your post notifications on. Until next video.